Welcome one and all to this 14th episode of D&D with me, Mike.
And me, Zoe.
And the random cube that I forgot there while I was experimenting with something. Ha 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 ha. That's okay. Well, let's get rid of that. Anyway, what we'll do today is we can pick up the bombs for now, but we're going to make it so that we can throw them with the same button.
Yeah.
Before they...
Boom.
blow
On you.
That's right. I also would like to have some kind of better system to tell the player when the bomb's gonna blow up. Yeah, because the color is alright, but I still find it difficult to tell. And also I get the impression that it takes ages to explode, but I'm not sure. Alright, so let's begin by deleting that cube. That nothing really happened. I literally just added that cube earlier and it's gone now because I was studying something. Okay, so...
You gotta zoom in.
Yeah, hold control. There we go, that's good enough. Yes, throwing the bomb. So, we are in a situation as a player, Control M-O, where we are carrying that bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And we should be able to move. If not picking up, contextual interaction, i.e. blah blah blah. Aha, this is if we press fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
i.e. look closest entity, i.e. enemy bomb, contextual interaction, i.e. Let's take a look at what this is doing. So, carried object becomes i.e.
It's calling start pickup.
Yeah, that's fine. And that's going to then pick up the thing and we're going to wait and then eventually we can move again, right? Yeah. So, picking up. False. Now, if not picking up. Now, we know we're not picking up.
Yeah.
And if the button is fire, etc., we are checking for get closest entity. But all of this should only occur if we're not carrying one already. Mm-hmm. So, say if... and carry, whatever it's called, C-A-R, there it is, carry object equals null. Close round, open a squiggle, stop,
and
close it here. Save. Else. So if you're carrying, open a squiggle here, enter twice, close it, save. If you're carrying, then what we need to do is we need to throw this particular entity.
Yeah.
I'm curious to think about, because you could carry, say, a box, right? And you'd throw a box exactly the same way as you throw a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't particularly matter what class you're carrying. It should behave more or less equivalently,
yeah.
Right? So let's see. Maybe we could just go and get the rigid body because we can assume that this particular object is going to have a rigid body on it. We could do it through the interactive entity as well. I think that may be a decent idea. Just to add some velocity on the rigid body or something.
Mm-hmm.
Any other classes that exist on our characters? Prefabs player. So player has interactive entity and player. And enemies should have interactive entity and enemy. I'm thinking
and
that...
enemy bomb.
Yeah, sure. I'm thinking that interactive entity should be our target for this. Right? Now, there surely is a rigid body right here. And the player should also have a rigid body right there. Yeah, exactly. So you're going to have a parent rigid body for all of them. And I think that makes a lot of sense. So I think interactive entity could pick up the rigid body and store it.
Okay.
So let's do exactly that. So here you can do... Wait. Okay, so private, rigid body RB. Semicolon. Now, public throw, capital T, throw, open round, request a vector 3 direction. Yeah, open a squiggle and close save. Okay. Avoid, obviously, public void, I forgot. Save. So, well, throw, technically speaking, would be thrown. So let's change this one to be thrown. Just type be thrown with a capital B. No, lowercase e. Be thrown. Save. Now I'm wondering if we should also have a velocity of some sort. Like, so how fast we're being thrown.
Yeah.
But it should probably depend on the object you're throwing.
Yeah, some objects might be lighter.
Yes, exactly. And so perhaps there should be some kind of weight concept or on this thing, right? So here you can serialize field. There already was a square bracket, but okay.
I'll move it.
Yeah, you go float, private float, type private space, and call this one space again. Call this one. Here you go, your glasses. Let's call it weight. Wow, WEIGHT equals 1F for now. Semicolon save. So it will have a weight, and yeah, all we're gonna do here is say RB dot velocity equals direction times divided by weight. Semicolon. Okay, so it immediately accelerates in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Now the only issue is we don't really have a way to stop it or make it fall. And that may be a bit of a problem because generally speaking in our game there is no gravity or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we should probably have some kind of fall in deceleration. The thing is, how is it going to work? Right? Because I don't know that it's obvious. At the moment, for example, our character can't even fall in the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bit of an issue. I'm thinking about perhaps we can refactor in such a way that there would be... Yeah, but you see, none of these have a collider of any kind. Right,
Yeah.
so there is no collision here, which will be a problem later. Does the sea have any collision? No, it does not. Okay, this will definitely be an issue. Well, I mean, for the sea we could create a plane. Probably. Maybe even for the ground we could create a plane. But then again, we will group all of these meshes. So, there's a few questions, a few things I'm not too sure about. Yeah, we should probably make that decision now. But then again, still, it doesn't really tell us much. See, the problem is I don't know how far down the bomb can fall. So suppose you make the bomb fall like this, right? How does it know it's hit the ground?
Yeah.
How does it know it hasn't hit the ground? Right? It can't really know it because even if you raycast, there's no way to know that underneath there's gonna be water or something else. Right? Now, for the water, I think we have an easy solution. We can create a huge plane.
Because it's under everything else.
Yes. Right? It's under everything else, so that's easy enough to do. Now, I don't remember our picture for our map, but let's take a look, because that will give us a clue. Oh, wrong place. I need to go to textures. Entity map. Okay, so you see the interesting thing about our map is it's already fully taken. So this is the entirety of the world. We know this is how big the world is going to be, which means we should be able to calculate a single plane that will act as the ground or act as the water underneath. Well, I mean for the water in our case.
But how can the ground be a plane?
Obviously, the ground cannot be a plane. Right? So the ground is going to have to be some kind of polygon collider, or just a bunch of primitives. That's probably the primitives would be cheaper. So let's begin with that. So quickly, what we're gonna do is in our map, we're gonna go to the world and we're gonna take dirt, and you'll see it's got a model and this, so it only renders things. Okay, we're gonna add a component, rigid body 2D. We're gonna add another component, box. No, what am I doing? 2D. My bad. Box collider. Add component. Box collider. There it is. And we are going to drag it down to negative 0.5. Right? That's exactly where it belongs. Now add a component, rigid body 2D. It's type R. No, rather rigid body. Sorry, I've been working with 2D games for a while, so I'm all etc. Now this one will be kinematic. It's not moving, and it's also not going to be using gravity. It just doesn't move. This
dirt
is
doesn't fall.
That's right. Grass, same thing. So add a rigid body and add a box collider. Hello, Aiton. We don't do much talking to the chat while we do the D&D episode, but we do a Q&A after. Okay, so that looks good to me. And then let's go to C. Add component, box collider. This one needs to go way further down.
Yep.
Right, so this one's going to be negative. Oop, not here, my bad. But the center is going to be negative 1.5. It would be my guess. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Right. We'll see. For now, we're going to leave it here. Anyway, add R for rigid body. Okay, same concept is kinematic, no one use gravity. I don't remember if I've done the same in the grass, so let's go take a look. No, I didn't. Okay, good. And now the wall. So, the wall has a box collider and a rigid body. We had already done this.
Yeah, because we had to collide with it.
That's right. That's right. Okay, sounds good. At this point that we have all of this, let's see. So this is a default, isn't it? Let's add a few of these layers. Okay, so add a layer, call this one ground, and then add another layer, call this one water. Wait, we have a layer called water already. Let's utilize that one because we're lazy. It's because we have a limited amount of layers too, so we need to take care of that, like keep that thing in mind. So dirt is also a ground. Mm-hmm. Grass is a ground. C, that one is a water. And wall is a obstacle, and we're fine with that. Okay.
We should have been consistent. It was called map obstacle.
Yeah, I noticed. So in fact, I was literally just gonna go there and call this one map ground. Oh, there is a map water. We already had one. Okay, cut this map ground, put it instead of map water.
Saved.
Yeah, it's saving itself. You gonna save right now?
I meant we saved one little column thing. Layer space.
I don't know what that means. What?
A thing to put a layer.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. We used one less than we needed.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Map ground, yes. C, leave it to water, that's fine. Wall map obstacle. Okay, this is fine. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our prefabs, and on our player, let's actually
There's an error.
Water already registered. Okay. Don't know what that means. It's not. We probably wrote the term water, and there was already a water. That's basically what it is. So let's use gravity on our player.
Yeah, we can fall.
And let's remove freeze position on the Y.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's also go to edit project settings, physics. And we want to make sure that all of the new stuff is accounted for. So let's not collide with water yet. Need to think that through. That's going to happen later. But let's definitely have the enemy collide with the awarenesses. The enemy collide with the ground. The obstacle collide with the ground. No. The obstacle collide with another obstacle? No. Post-processing won't do anything. Now, map ground collides with enemy in player, but not with another map ground. The player... So you see, I'm just looking at the...
Yeah.
Player collides with the player is stupid. I mean, unless we have other players later, we'll figure that out later.
And kill each other.
Enemy collides with enemy, collides with awareness. Okay. Sounds good.
The enemy doesn't collide with another enemy.
Yes, it does. I checked.
Oh.
Just now. Okay, so let's see if what happens to the player when the map is loaded. Okay, absolutely nothing, but here we should fall.
Falling very slowly.
We are falling very slowly, I'm not sure why.
We are sinking. We drowned.
So, the reason why we're falling very slowly has to be because we're controlling the vertical direction of the player in update or somewhere there. Yeah, so the velocity is turning to 0 all the time, which is an issue. So we're gonna say normalized running speed. Okay, we're gonna say RB velocity, copy.
Yep.
Paste and do the vector3 dot scale. This is stupid. This just doesn't make sense. Just type new vector3. Open round. So the x we want to stop, so 0, comma. The y we want to keep, dot y, comma. And the z we want to stop, 0f. Close round. Save.
Don't semicolon.
Now let's see if this works, because now the gravity shouldn't be modified at all.
Yep. Yup.
So not really, it doesn't work when we move. So you want this and instead, yeah, again, do a new vector3. Open round. Okay, so dot x. Normalized times running speed. Oh, my bad, cut this. Put it here. Comma. Whoops, you didn't cut, you copied. Copy this. Paste here. And copy this. Paste here. Close the round. Change this to a Z. Save. Okay, now let's see if we can fall while moving. Should work. And then we're gonna do the same for the bombs. Right, yeah. Yep. That's normal, right? So
That was kind of funny though.
right. So for the water, perhaps we can collide with it. I think it would make sense. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the water further down. So let's see. Prefabs, map, entities, weld, C. Okay, and hello to the people in the audience. Sorry, we're in the middle of filming, so we are more quiet while we do this. I mean, we don't focus on the audience. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this collider further down.
Okay.
And you'll see why shortly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say that the
I think we would have to pull it a little farther down to make the player not stick out of the water.
But that's the point. We want the player to stick out of the water. We want the player to swim.
You're right.
So we're gonna have the player collide with the water. Player water. And that's it. And that will stop us from falling. But we shouldn't be able to come back up now, which is going to be interesting. We're going to worry about that later. Poof. Splash. I think we should probably... Well, we'll see with the character model. It's kind of hard to know now, right? But we're going to need some kind of pier. Like some kind of way to come up.
Like a ladder.
Yeah, that would probably be a decent idea. Something that we can attach to things just the same way as we got those enemy spawners, right? So something that you put somewhere, and then as with a player, you can go there, press A, and your player's going to boop, jump up.
Yep.
Right? Something like that.
I'll make a ladder.
Okay. Okay. Now, we've got all of these things. Now, first of all, this is only part of the job, right? We need now the enemy bomb to have kind of the same concept going for it. And yeah, let's take a look at the enemy and how the enemy moves. So it's got a patrol routine, right? What's the situation here? So the transform moves, etc., etc. Then the transform chases you, right? But it does collide with the ground theoretically. So let's see. Transform rotation. Passing time, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What I want to see is if the rigid body is ever affected in any way. I don't even know if we
use it.
If we use it at all, and I wouldn't think so. Yeah, we're not using it at all. So let's create a private rigid body RB. RB, semicolon. Okay. Now that's fairly easy. All we need to do is say RB equals get component rigid body. Semicolon. Fantastic. Okay, so now we've got the RB, and here is how the character is moving, but we're moving the character with the transform, so that's fairly important to remember. It's not a big deal, it's fine. What we're going to now see is how the bomb reacts when it falls down, assuming it ever does, when we make it angry, right?
Yeah.
So we got the rigid body. We don't actually need it for now, but... So
we dump ourselves and the bomb falls as well?
Well...
Follows us and...
Maybe. Theoretically, the bomb should follow us and fall into the water, and then we'll decide what to do with it when it hits the water.
Probably explode.
Right, or just fizz. Right, I don't think it makes sense that the bomb would explode that way anyway. So speeds, aggression, blah 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 blah. The rigid body, freeze. It's all frozen, right? So we're gonna turn off freeze position, or actually, we're going to freeze the position on X and Z. Maybe not. No, because it needs to be able to... No, but it will go thanks to the transfer movement. Use gravity. That's what we're going to do. Now let's take a look at how the transform gets moved. We should probably do it while we're grounded. And if we're not grounded... I'm not sure this is becoming more complicated this way, right? I don't want to make it too complicated. So here's where it follows us. There. Transform, translate, forward. Okay, so it doesn't care. It will go forward, but it should ignore...
the water?
So here we got a problem. The look rotation will actually possibly be diagonal at some point. Okay, so we need to change something here. So what you want to do here is you want to type vector 3 dot scale. That's a multiplication. Open round.
Okay.
Open round. So the first vector is this, and this, and let's give ourselves some space here. First vector is this. The second vector is going to be new vector 3. Open round. So we want to maintain the x. So you do 1f, comma. The y is going to be 0f, comma. And the z is going to be 1f. Close round. And that's it. And again, actually, possibly. Yeah, one more. So save. Now, this isn't exactly right because let me show you. I'm going to try and explain how this works mathematically. So before, what we had is we could do funny assumptions, which we kind of can't do anymore. So one assumption we could do, we could make, is that if the player was here and the bomb was here, we knew they were on the same height on the y-axis. Same height, right? So say, I don't know, 0 and 0, whatever, it doesn't matter what the number is, right? But now you could have the player in the water and the bomb above water. That would be a problem, right? You could have the player above the water and the bomb, I don't know, on a level lower or something like that. It doesn't matter, right? So you could have this vector or this vector. And the problem is if we just take the x and the z here, we are getting something that's well, we would need to rotate it. You know what? It's going to be fine. All I'm saying is this vector over here is shorter than this one.
Yeah.
Right? So we're losing some part. It's not a huge deal for our game, but still, it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Okay? And yeah, so let's leave it as it is for now and let's see what happens. Because the bomb's going to keep on falling, right, until it blows up eventually or whatever it is. We're probably going to put some kind of dead zone all the way at the bottom. We'll see.
Yeah, for the player as well.
For everyone. Okay, so now, hello, Miss Bomb. Ooh.
What happened there?
Blew up right away. I'm not sure why, actually.
Yeah, the other one blew up right away as well. You fell.
Yeah, I noticed.
That's a good tester. Maybe the vision he sees if you're in the water.
Not sure why this one blew up immediately. Seems very strange.
No, it didn't.
Did now. Yeah, oh, it did now. So I think it's trying to walk into the ground or something like that. That would be my guess. Yes, it's walking into the ground.
It's walking into the grass. Did it collide?
Huh?
Did we make it collide?
Well, yeah, it now is affected by gravity all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So when when it hits the ground, because it's aggressive, right? It goes, if I hit the ground, then I blow up or something. So we need to check on collision enter for the bomb. Hit control M.
Okay.
Here it's on collision enter, and it says with anything, right? So that's going to be an issue. We can't do that. We need to do on collision enter with various different things. So let's do this. Here you're gonna say switch. Hit tab twice. Again. Now type C dot game object dot layer. Hit enter. Again. Save. Alright, so we're going to check the layer of the game object that we're colliding with. Now the problem is these layers, we have layer masks and everything, but they're difficult for us to remember because they're essentially ints. So what we're going to do is we're going to cheese it. I like to cheese it this way. Here, type public enum layer. Capital, all capitals are. Open a squiggle.
I managed to type it.
Hit enter twice, close it. So the first layer is going to be none, -1, comma. Now, we need to go and find the first layer we're interested in.
Okay.
The first layer we're interested in is water. Water is number 4. Type water equals 4. Why do we need to say equals 4? Because we're skipping layers.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again. The next layer that we're interested in is map obstacle 9. Map obstacle equals 9, comma, enter. All right.
Do we have to do it in order?
Well, yeah, of course. So map ground, player, enemy. Okay. So map ground. Now just comma is sufficient. Map ground, comma enter, player, comma enter. Put a comma. Oh, add an R. Put a comma. Hit enter. Enemy. comma, enter. I think it's enemy awareness. I think it's enemy awareness anyway. Comma, player awareness. Save. Need to wait for it to compile. Yes, we were correct. Okay, so now we got all of these layers. Now we can use them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we can say default. Here, change it a bit and type layer, capital A-Y-E-R, close. And actually, copy this entire thing. Type switch. SWI, that's enough. Tab. Paste. Enter. Nice, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we collide with if we collide with the water, something will happen. If we collide with the map obstacle, something else will happen, etc., etc., etc. So if we collide with the map obstacle, right, technically would depend on who we collide with.
Yeah.
Right? So that's fairly not just who we collide with, but rather who we are. So
yeah, I know that's
we would need to check. So
if the player smashes into the obstacle, nothing happens. But the bomb, if it's angry, it blows up.
That's right. So we know that the interactive entity knows what type it is. So, and we know our interactive entity is IE. I have a doubt now. Somewhere in the aggression department, well, whatever, IE type, we can copy this. So copy this thing.
But there's an IE type underneath the other switch.
Copy it.
Right there.
Oh, well, makes no difference, really. Or I guess, yeah, you have a good point. Copy copy this. Cut, actually. Mm-hmm. And paste it here. And this is if it's aggressive, etc., etc. So technically this could be many other characters. So we're going to cut this, put it inside here. Now, so if we hit...
But it's if aggressive.
Yeah, I know.
Other players are not aggressive.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is all enemies, right? And how they collide. If they're not aggressive, we'll worry about it. Like, you need to decide which switch comes first, right? No matter how you do it, you may get it wrong at some point. So map ground is not what we want to collide with. Rather, we don't want to blow up if we collide with it. Simple as, right? So we remove that. Player, we want to blow up.
Yep.
Water, we want to do something, want to blow up. Enemy, we want to blow up. Enemy awareness or enemy player, these don't count. Cut this die. Put it here. So now the bomb will only collide. Save. Now the bomb will only collide if it, explode if it collides with these things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if that's correct. So now it should get angry.
Mm-hmm. And not blow up.
Go like, I'm really angry right now. Chaser says I'm going to dump myself in the water. Oh, rubbish. I wasn't able to verify what I wanted to verify. Let's go to a closer coast. See what happens. What I think will happen is that the bomb will just fall into the water.
Water.
I'm like Australian.
Strong.
And the bomb is gone.
I'm pretty sure it blew up.
Probably. In fact, if there's another one here, we'll find out. Now let's see if the bomb sees us while we're in the water.
Yeah.
Nope.
Because we're under it.
Right. Exactly.
Which is a good way to sneak.
Yep.
Unless the water, we make some kind of poison water at some point.
Yeah, exactly. We got many options, right?
Yep. Then the player gets killed, like Mario.
Sure. You know, what I'd like to have is I'd like to have a shader later, a displacement shader. That'd be quite cool to have, which basically makes the water undulate.
What does undulate mean?
Move like a wave.
Oh.
Yes. I mean, we could do it. Yeah, that could be interesting. I mean, it'd be too difficult for you to understand anyway. I don't want you to face shaders until you're like 20. Anyway, so on collision enter, that's good. So we fixed most things already, and that's pretty good. Now gravity is applying. That means we can take advantage of it, right? So while we're holding it on our heads, we need to turn off the gravity of the bomb. Right? Now we also need to turn off the gravity of the bomb while it's being interacted with. Okay? So that's what we're gonna do right away. When we start the interaction routine, we're gonna turn off the rigid body. Let's see. Here, start explosion cycle, blah, blah, blah. Passive true. Okay, so here you're gonna say RB dot is kinematic equals true. Semicolon. Save.
Yeah.
Let's also do an RB is no, because when it gets instantiated it won't matter. Okay, so is kinematic becomes true. The bomb gets thrown on top of your head, right? If then you throw the bomb, right? Inside the entity, interactive entity, right? Here we give it a velocity, but it's not going to work because the rigid body is kinematic. So you go RB dot is kinematic equals false. Semicolon. All right. Now, what we're also going to have to do is we're going to have to detach it and all sorts of crazy things because I don't remember how the player acts, right? So let's take a look at how the player picks up the bomb. So pick carried object, transform pair. Okay, so one important thing is that we become the parent of the carried object. It's probably a good idea to leave it as our child. That'll be fine, even after we throw it. But hit Control M. We want to throw the bomb. Now we should make it really, really simple. You simply throw it. Now it can only happen while you're not picking up. So let's quickly take a look. If not picking up, yes, that's good. Okay, and we press the button. What we're gonna do is we're gonna throw or interact. No, I guess throw, but we can't know what type of interaction it's going to be. So that's kind of an issue too, right? So we got contextual interaction, i.e. What we're gonna call is we're gonna call contextual interaction, i.e. again. Okay, so right here, copy this, paste it here. And instead of IE, right? By the way, that's the IE that bothered me because we already have an IE of our own. Oh, it's called interactive entity. We're fine. Okay, so we need to be careful for these things. This one you want to throw the carried object or whatever it's called. Yeah, that's it. So carried object. Now it's going to know, IE, that it's an enemy bomb. And then it's going to do a thing. The problem is we've got an issue here. It doesn't know what state we're in, right? So here we should check if we're carrying or not carrying. In fact, I think we should do it before we do the switch. So here you say if, open round, carried object, yeah, equals null. Else. Prepare the else. Save. So if the carried object is null, cut this, paste it here. Paste it again. Save. So if we don't carry anything, we'll pick it up, correct?
Yeah.
If we do carry something, we're gonna throw it.
Yes.
So right here you go void. No, just throw. I don't think we're gonna do anything special with it, so just throw.
But won't we need a curve to throw it?
No. We're just gonna apply the velocity and then the physics is gonna do its business.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna work, but it's gonna work somehow. So throw, and we are simply going to say carried object dot be thrown. Yeah. Open round. Now we need the direction. This will be the direction that our player is facing. So we're going to say transform dot forward. Yeah. close round, semicolon. Okay, and we need to do something more. We need to forget our carried objects. So we're gonna say, actually we're gonna change its parent as well. So we're gonna say carried object dot transform dot parent equals null. Go for set parent. Set parent. I know that it's a, yeah, that's it. Open round, none. Null, rather. Close round, semicolon. Yeah, so actually, let's also set parent somewhere else. Here, because I noticed a Unity complaint before. Copy this, paste here, open round, and close round over here. Save. That's it. So, be thrown, and I mean, the bomb should literally do its own business on its own without any trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. That's it. I don't think we're picking anything up. Let's see if there's anything else in the state. Picking up. No. Carried object is now going to be null. It's not. Carried object equals null. Equals null. Semicolon. Okay, so let's see what the situation is. If not aggressive, actually none of this matters. None of this matters. Shift tab. Save. Copy. Paste. Save. Right, so we need to know which IE it's going to be. In this case, we were going to find it based on our point of view, right? A little vision cone. Whereas now we already know it's the carried object, so we're checking the type. If it's an enemy bomb or a box or whatever, we don't start pickup, we throw.
Mm-hmm.
Change it to throw.
So through
That's it.
there.
Okay.
Let's test.
Now, the question that I kind of have is what's going to happen to the bomb and how is it going to behave? That's what I'm curious about. So, I'm going to pick it up. I can't throw it. It's not doing it. Null reference.
Yep.
Let's see which null reference we've got. RB is, oh, right, of course. RB equals get component.
Rigid body.
Mm-hmm. I like it much better when you pay attention. Save. Good. Let's try this again. Yeah, I'm wondering if we should give our little bombs fuse some sort of like special effect for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I've thrown it, but it hasn't gone forward, which is fairly interesting. We're gonna have to check why. Oh boy. That one's even flying. Right, so there could be some kind of interference. Oh dear, I fell in the water. There could be some kind of interference with the transform. That's a very typical thing that happens when you deal with transforms and rigid bodies. No, so it's falling. It's definitely falling, but it's not getting that
That's
the force
why I
that we want.
needed a curve.
No, the curve doesn't matter. The problem is the force gets somehow annulled. So let's take a look at the enemy. I'm fairly sure this is what's causing it. So it's not aggressive, it's passive now. So what I don't know is what's happening and when. This guy doesn't have a... Well, it could be that the force we're given is too small. That's an important thing. So let's go to the enemy bomb and change its weight to 0.01, so super small.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see how that looks like. No. See, it's not being thrown, so there's a problem there somehow. But wait, I'm stupid. Let's play it again, and let's immediately take a look as soon as I press A again, what happens to the rigid body. Okay, so I'm gonna press. Okay, I pressed A. Now let's take a look at the situation. So the enemy bomb doesn't have a parent, which is exactly what we wanted, and it's sitting on top of our heads right now.
It was probably falling.
Right, which should technically even kind of make it explode.
if it falls on you.
So the rigid body freeze position. That's the issue. We froze its position before, and because of that, that's happening.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to go to the enemy bomb, rather the interactive entity, and right here, before you say his kinematic is false, well, or at the same time, say RB dot constraints, okay, equals, and tab dot. This is an enum. It's got loads of possibilities. So freeze all. So you go none first, then RB dot constraints. No, it'd be kind of funny if it rolled though. Yeah, rigid body constraints dot freeze rotation semicolon. Yeah, because there's no like unfreeze stuff. So you need to say no and then that.
See if it works now.
Should. Whee!
Oh, bye! Where did that end up?
Well, I made it a little light when I was testing, so let's make it weight 1 again and see what happens. Boink! Plus, it kind of didn't go where I thought it would.
It's going up, and it's going, and the speed
that.
didn't change.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Why would it go that way? I have an idea. So first of all, change this transform forward to transform dot transform direction.
Oh, you said.
Yeah, dot transform direction. There it is. Open round. Vector 3 dot forward. Dot forward. Transforms direction. Yeah, close round.
What does this do?
Transforms direction from local space to world space. So world space forward compared to where we are, theoretically, I think. And now let's try it again. Let's at least see if it kind of goes in the right direction, and then we'll decide.
And not go, and it will still go. Wee.
Yeah, I don't know why it went all the way up, but there could be all sorts of reasons. So it went up.
The weight worked this time.
Still don't get it. So I'm gonna change its weight to 0.2, 5 times lighter. Yeah, obviously because these numbers, like we haven't really made a proper physics system, so the numbers are just sort of random stuff. Who knows, right? But still, okay, that's nice. That's not too bad. But it didn't blow up when it hit the wall, which is interesting. It's something that we probably have as a problem. And it always goes up. Yeah. Actually, that looked like the opposite of my direction. I may be wrong.
Yeah, let's try with from underneath.
I'm not sure though, because so if I go up,
it still goes up.
Yeah, I'll try and walk down while looking down, see what happens. No, it definitely throws it up. Are we rotating something? No, but we are rotating the player, are we not? I thought we were rotating the player. Let's see. So let's face that way. Let's remove maximize or whatever, and now let's go to the player. There's the player. And the player is, yeah, that's your problem. Look at the rotation of the transform.
Not moving.
Not moving, because I think we're probably rotating the structure or something else. Yeah, we're rotating the structure. So we need to go get the transform direction of the structure.
Yeah.
So just type structure here. Lowercase potato. Okay, hit tab. Save. All right, so.
Now it should work. Or should it?
I think so. I mean, we changed it on the prefab here. Now I'm going to lower the weight even further. So let's see how this goes. Ooh, that's tiny. All right. Our character's still fat. He's got trouble fitting through walls. Huh.
Yeah, you went the right way.
It did. I don't know that I could rotate, which is a bit annoying. Have it. Oh no!
Whiff.
I missed. Yeah, well, we still have the problem that the bomb is actually not
Over.
No, I think I hit it. It's just that it doesn't matter. They don't collide at that point because it's passive. See, I definitely hit him.
Yeah. They blew up.
Oh, I fell in the water.
Falling in the water
I'm
kills
still
you right now.
not happy with that situation. Let's go to 0.05. I want to throw the bomb far, so it's cool. I think the bomb takes too long to explode when you're holding it.
It slid.
Yeah, which is normal, right? That will happen.
It's also cool.
There, blow up in your friend.
I guess it's not. Then it works different than Mario
Oh!
Odyssey.
I broke it.
What do you do?
I know how. I'll show you. No, it's going too far. Ow. I picked it up while he was spawning.
Oh. We should not allow it to pick up while spawning.
Yeah, so the reason why that's happening is because the floor is slippery. Or too slippery, and the bomb is just sliding forever.
I shrink.
For that, what we could do is... let's still play around with the weight a little bit. Let's try 0.08 or something. Because, yeah. Oh wait, did I make it even smaller? I think so. Now you're like Hercules. Flinging things all over the place. So 0.15 we haven't tried.
Who is Hercules?
Hercules is a Greek semigod. Demigod, half god. Okay, I did 0.15 now. It's as heavy as a block of cinder. Whoa! Well, that was the previous one, right? It didn't spawn with the lower weight. Yeah, that's too... It's kind of low. It's making these design decisions. 0.12. Let's try that.
Does this make it lighter or heavier?
Smaller number, lighter it is. Yeah. So one problem is it's not accounting for the direction we're going. So that's an issue, right? So basically, if you walk backwards, you throw it forwards, and it looks good. But if you're walking forward and you throw it forward, it doesn't look like you're throwing it far enough.
Yeah.
You know why that's happening?
Why?
Inertia. So we've got the problem that we are not applying Archimedes' laws. Right? So if I'm already moving and I launch something, it'll go forward by my speed plus the strength of my throw.
Mm.
Okay? Let me try to demonstrate this. It's a physics principle, this. So I'm going to pick up this bomb. I'm going to stand still and launch. Okay? It goes about, 5 centimeters away from me.
Yeah.
Okay? Now let's wait for this one. Let's pick it up. And now I'm going to throw it while walking forward. And I did. It wasn't clear. Let me do it again. Okay, so I'm going to throw it walking forward. See, it looks closer.
Yeah.
But that's just because I was moving forward still. Now, let me throw it while going backwards, and you'll see it'll feel like it's going further. See?
But it's not.
But it's not. The thing is, it's when you're throwing it, that's when the bomb receives that force. And the problem is, it doesn't account for the direction you're moving.
Mm-hmm.
And it should.
Okay.
So, we're going to cheese it. Because that's how you do arcade games. You cheese everything.
Oh.
So, this is the transfer direction for where we're going, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're also going to get our current direction, which is based, I think, on our velocity. So, our fixed update should contain this. Yeah, when we move, we've got a certain velocity. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to add or remove some of the velocity. But how? So this one is a normalized vector. Okay. What that means is that it's always going to have a magnitude of 1.
Okay.
Okay. Instead of just having a weight, which is perfectly fine, let's also have a throw strength. That'll help us calibrate things. So here, go serialize field, private, float. Float, throw strength. Yeah, equals, do 2f. Semicolon. Okay.
There.
And then you want a serialize field, private, float, and this one is going to be throw inertia multiplier.
Like this?
Yeah, inertia multiplier equals 0.5f. 0.5.
There.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say all this thing multiplied by throw strength.
Oops.
The other one. Throw strength. In wait now plus rb.velocity dot normalized times throw the other one, this one. Save. So if we're moving backwards, see, the problem is we're throwing where we're facing, but that's fine. If we're moving backwards compared to where we're facing, we throw at a certain force forward where we're facing, but because we're moving backwards, we're also adding the direction we're going, so it will reduce our strength. Let's see it here on GIMP. So I'm this guy. I have a little bomb, whatever, let's put it up here. Suppose I'm moving this way, but I'm facing this way, right? So we said we're going to throw this way times 2. That's our strength, right? But we also said we're going to add this normalized, so it doesn't matter how fast we're going. We're going to add this multiplied by, in our case, half. So we're going to get a vector that's shorter because it's got less magnitude to throw.
So instead of going there, we'll go here.
Now let's think of a different example. Suppose you're moving this way, but you're facing this way. Okay?
Okay.
So you would throw this way, x2, and then we're going to add this vector, which will produce this vector.
So you'll be throwing it like...
So you'll be throwing it this way.
Okay.
Which makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right. What if you're moving this way and facing this way?
Then you'll throw it just forward.
No, not quite as simple. Plus this times 0.5. You'll throw it further forward. That's what we want. So I think the math is correct. I mean, it's still very arbitrary. It's got nothing to do with physics, but it's fine. It should work. Ish. So let's go and grab our little bomb over here. Fwah!
Whoa, ice rink bomb.
Well, that's, yeah. We're still going to play with those physics materials, I think.
It's not respawning.
Yeah, it is. It's just taking ages to explode, which I'm not a fan of. Okay, now let's walk backwards. Aha! See?
Less.
It definitely worked.
And what about if you do...
Sideways?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's a good question, isn't it? Yeah, see? It's going diagonally?
Yep.
Right? That's not bad. So the bombs are too light now. Yeah, so let's put them at 0.2 or something.
That should be better.
Well, I don't know. These are probably still wrong. There. Exploding my face. I gotcha. I'm gonna throw in the water.
Bye.
Give it. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good. Yep, that's pretty good. That's walking backwards, right?
Mhm.
So it's a closer throw.
Does the sword hurt you?
Did you program it? I love the dumb question that children ask. No, you didn't program it, so it doesn't do anything. That's how it works, right? That's pretty good. I like the distance. I like how it works. I hate it that it takes 3 days to blow up, but other than that, it's pretty good. Oh!
That was kind of funny. What about the inside bomb? The one that's in the wall?
That's odd. That felt really short.
It would be funny if they got angry at each other.
Well, I mean, they don't get angry at each other with... Oh. Yeah, it's kind of hard to predict now. She's not brilliant. Because I was actually moving forward, I think, when I dropped it, so... Went right over. Ah, yes! I used the other bomb to kill the first one. Well, the second one. See? Oh, but I can pick it up again.
The other bomb is gonna die.
I think it resets. Let's see if this is the case. So there's a few problems that we need to solve. Yeah. I think I can pick it up forever. Yeah, you can see the color even goes back to yellow and then back to orange. I could go forever. I quite like it though. I like the fact that you can pick it up and put it down.
The other bomb was in trouble, but it escaped.
That's pretty good. Okay, so it's not going bad. So, number 1, if we pick it up again, that's fine, but we need to check something at the enemy level. Start interaction routine. So let's go there. Start interaction routine. Start interaction, stop aggression, stop aggression. But I think that's fine. I think that's correct.
But if it stops the aggression...
It doesn't. It's the explosion circle that's the problem. So it starts the explosion circle, but if it's already started, it shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to say...
An if?
I'm thinking. So what we're going to do is we're going to put passive over here.
Okay.
Equals true. And here we're going to say if not passive. Exclamation mark passive. Close run, open squiggle, close, save. Alright. Now, for the start explosion circle, there it is, and it's doing its thing, etc. over time, right? And then owner.die. That's fine, but we've got an issue. It's taking too long to do. Because it depends on owner aggression weight. I think.
Okay.
So basically the bomb's going like aggressive over time, and the thing is, it's fine when it spots you, but it's not fine when it doesn't. Like, so when you pick it up. It should depend on a thing. So maybe a boolean. So go here, bool.
Okay. Bool.
And call this one passive. Equals false. And now send passive, copy passive to this. And request, you need bool first. Copy. Paste. There. Save. So now passive has been given to the coroutine. Now, based on passive, you'll decide how much to wait. Mm-hmm. And so I think aggression wait is only if it's active. So copy this, say exclamation mark, and then paste. Then question mark, save, and then this. And we're going to give our bombs a certain rule for how long they wait for the explosion.
Okay.
So for passive explosion. So here we go, serialized field. Yeah, private float. Float. Yeah, passive explosion wait. and give it an equals of 1 F. Save. Copy. And paste it here. Now it's still not going to be happy because it doesn't understand the math. So we're just going to put brackets around this and it's going to be happy. You know what this means?
It's an if, right?
Yeah, I think it's got a name, third operator. I think it's called tertiary operator. That's what it's called. And
if it's not passive,
if it's not passive, then owner aggression wait. Otherwise, passive explosion wait. So it's going to divide fixed delta time based on whether it's passive or not by 2 different values. Okay. So then when it gets here and it has waited enough or whatever, it's going to then do its own thing. But again, owner max aggression time. I think we should have a different variable here that's specific to the bomb. So copy this, paste it, change. So type passive. Let's leave it as it is. But this one is passive pickup wait. Capital U. In this case, it's an actual verb. Pick up, right?
Yeah.
It gets picked up. It's not a pickup. One of those things that you can pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not confusing at all. So explosion wait is said is going to be say 3 seconds. So put a 3. So the explosion wait is 3 seconds and it's going to be here, but again it needs to depend on this same thing, right? So copy this, paste it here, space colon, and now you say
copied it.
Yeah, I saw that. Paste it, close the round, and copy the pickup one and paste it here, save. So the pickup wait will be how short it goes aggro when you put it on your head, right? And then it's gonna go, fizz, boom. We need to wait a bit.
Well, not fizz. That comes in water.
Well, sure. Definitely fizz. Okay, so pickup wait is currently, let's put it at half a second. Passive explosion wait, let's put it at 5 seconds. Save. And let's see how it goes. Now, the only thing that I think should happen is as soon as it makes contact with another bomb, it should blow up. Okay, so that 5 seconds I think feels too long. Let's reduce it to 3. But I think it's much better how it goes aggro quickly. Now, this is probably still the old one. Yeah, it's still the old one. So you need to more or less count 3 seconds. Boom! How did that happen? Wasn't it across the wall? I don't know. That feels long, doesn't it?
That was 5 again, yeah.
Oh wait, we're idiots. We forgot to send it this this boolean, so it doesn't know, right? So we need to start explosion circle, which is called here, and here you need to tell it true because it's passive. Yes, sure.
Nah.
Good semicolon. And now somewhere here it should be on start aggression or something. Start coroutine aggression. Start explosion circle. False. And this one is not passive.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll be done after this bit. I just would like it to collide with enemies.
That was not 3 seconds.
It's 5 though. I think it still says 5. Or does it say 3? It's 3. It's 3 after the first bit. Alright, the problem is the circle flashes for a bit and then stops flashing. Let's change this pretty drastically. So we're gonna say 1 here, and let's say 2 here, and 1 here. So the moment in which it explodes is very, very fast. This could still be the old version, it's hard to tell. If we had a timer on it, it'd be a lot easier. Yeah, see? Now it's very, very short how it blows up.
And it blows up in the wall.
And no, it didn't. Pure coincidence. It was just fast.
The other one is angry.
Yeah, but it didn't catch Daddy.
Can I try too?
Yes, you can. One moment. See? Yeah. So, yeah, it's not very clear when it's gonna blow up. I think we need to change the way it behaves, the circle. It's not too bad right now, but it's not great either. I don't think it's clear. Oh, bowling. All right, so
Bowling bombs.
let's do this one last thing, which is on collision enter. So on collision enter, if aggressive, right? Now let's do else. Open, hit enter. If passive. All of them. Passive. Close RAM, open squiggle, hit enter twice. Copy these. Paste here. So if it collides with the enemy and nothing else, it should blow up. And maybe with the water too?
Yeah, probably.
Case layer. No, just tab. Dot water. W tab. Okay. Okay, so if it's passive and it collides with the enemy or the water, it blows up immediately. And by the way, we haven't tested yet if the bomb can be picked up again, but I think so. Yes!
Bowling bombs.
Yeah, I noticed something a bit annoying when it reaches the end. There's a jitter.
Yeah,
So,
so that. And it starts with a jitter.
Yeah, I think it's got to do with... I'm gonna hide in the house. In the water!
You hid in your house. Pull off.
Didn't hurt me, apparently.
That was smoke.
Have it!
Right inside. You need to test if they can be pick upable, and then I can try.
Yeah, they can
Boom.
be picked up and then they blow in my head. Yeah, I feel that it's a bit fast now. It doesn't give you time to be tactical. But it's not too bad either. Here you go. You try.
Okay.
Oh, nice one.
Oops. It fell.
Sploof.
But I fell too.
What are you gonna do now?
Restart.
You are dead.
I am dead. Because I drowned.
You did drown.
I was about to fall in again.
Whoa. Did you see
What
that
happened
problem?
there? Yeah.
You walked on top of the bomb.
Ow. I'm not used to this game.
The darn rigid bodies. Yeah. That's what happens. Oy, what was that?
Jitter.
That was a huge stutter.
Boom.
Yeah, so there's definitely...
I jumped over the bomb again. Jitter.
Are you pressing A to pick him up?
Yes.
No, you're pressing B.
Oh.
In your switch behaviors. Goodbye. Fell on your head and you died as well.
I haven't
Sad.
picked up any.
You suck. You're bad.
Yeah, because I thought this was A.
Rubbish.
Because for the Switch, it's A.
There you go. Because Nintendo does everything backwards. There we go.
Oh! That was not supposed to happen.
Not planned, but pretty cool.
I want to do that again. Oh.
We're gonna
Really?
raise the colliders of the
No.
of the walls. Yeah. So for the beginning, I'd like to probably make it so that your little character. Oh boy! What boom!
Only one of them hit me.
Only one of them.
I'm going in the fortress.
Okay. Well, Zoe seems to be having fun. This is usually a good sign.
I'm stuck.
You're too fat.
Too bad.
You ate too many donuts. You need to use the right stick to turn round, you banana. Now it's aggressive. Ooh, I've noticed something interesting. I think you're elevated from ground, by the way, or something like that. You're gonna blow up. Dead. See, it says dead. That means you gotta stop. Okay, thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you again with the next episode when we're gonna clean this up for the YouTube crowd. Bye-bye.
Bye.